So, candidate moves. Candidate moves. This is the way I'm thinking. I'm not very strong. But this okay? Candidate moves. Don't think that's a good a candidate. So, there, here, here, and climbing silver. I will go for this. So what's the risk? Drop. So there's always this then as a candidate, and if this then that maybe? Does it do us any favours to exchange? Drop there maybe again? I don't know. Tricky, tricky. It seems quite aggressive. This game's a little bit further progressed. I'm not doing very well because I let this happen somehow. My opponent's quite strong. This is my attack point. No. The problem is if I move that forward, is this good? No. I don't really know what I'm doing there, but the idea is to get the silver up, push that forward, create some attack around here. I don't even know if I'm thinking in the right way. I want to get that opponent there to support an attack at this point. Is this any good? Candidate moves are probably there, not many others. Which one am I more certain about? Probably this one, I'd say. This is the way my mind is working. It may be wrong. I need help. Oh, there we are. That's all my moves. All my games. So the idea is maybe do some problems. Got no other moves to make. Let's do some problems. My slow brain. So this is our bishop, which moves thus. So we've got quite a few spots covered, and the gold drop there would cover these spots too, and be a forced move for this king to move to there. What else have we got then to be able to force mate with? Oh yeah, so if we drop this over there then, we'd have a forced mate, surely. Yes, that works. So gold drop there, and forced. And has to be silver this side. Hooray! Let's put a tweet out that we're streaming. Just quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Close that. Let's go back to our puzzles dashboard. If anyone's got any questions, to me.
Okay. I'll be right back. Okay.
Ariana, Ariana, do you mind going in another room, babe?
What?
I'm streaming a minute. Do you mind going in the other room a minute?
Sorry. Can't hear you.
So, what have we got here in this problem? Nicely placed silver. Got to be, so I think a pawn drop here forces the king to at least there, is it? By which a gold would checkmate anyhow. And you've got there, there, or there is gold as well, all of which are forced. So that looks as if it works. Let's do it. Pawn drop. And the gold is easy. That's an easy checkmate. Hooray! Doing well. Now then, king. His escape route is blocked along here. Can't go there, can't go there. This is his escape square, is it? This is only escape square. What? Let's check all our pieces. So I think if we block his escape square here, he either has to drop a piece, or he has to drop a piece actually, or move this knight. Either way, we drop a spear here, don't we? So let's try that. I think that's right. We might as well promote. Drop piece, as predicted, or knight's move. Either way, forces the king. Now this drop cannot be defended. And there's checkmate. Hooray! Another good solve. Right then. He has a lot of escape squares, doesn't he? There's a gold straight away. If you drop a gold there, if you drop a gold here, I don't know. It does. How do we do this? Can you do the arrows for this gold drop without doing the move? Right click, isn't it? Oh yeah. So let me try that again. A bit more. There's a gold drop there. Oh no. Right click, right click. Yeah, so right click, it gives us a gold there. Now he's only got one space to go to. Here. So he has to go there. No then. And then we drop rook, maybe? rook, forced. So then he's got a forced capture, yeah? How do we make down? Is it not right? You can't drop another gold because you haven't got any golds left. So maybe that's not right. Gold seems right as the first drop, I'd say. Forcing that only play. Because if we drop rook, we've got more escape squares. Although these two are bad escape squares. That's a bad escape square. Oops. So rook drop. Rook drop leads to a bit clumsy with these. Rook drop here leads to, if there, then that. Rook drop there. If he goes to there, gold mates. If he goes there, it's not as clear to me. I should say, if they go there, not so clear. Oh yeah. So gold in the position where the king was made in exactly the same way. Oh yeah, that's it then. Then if he goes, what about the retreat? How can we cover that? So let's cover the retreat. Yeah, gold in the same position then again. Mates. So rook first. There you go. Whoops. So rook, A or B, A, B or C, and we know we've got mate now with the drop. Hurry! Took me a bit longer. It's making all the connections in your brain. I'm just starting to get used to thinking in shogi ways. Wow, what's going on here? Take me a while to work it out. King is here. Needs to be mated. He's protected by golds. Golds are promoted. His escape squares are here. Not here, not here. Therefore, this bishop should come in useful if placed correctly. Tricky. Tricky. So this is his only real escape square.
have bishop. I can't, there's no power, and I can't doubt this square overpowered isn't any use to me. Although yeah, I'm struggling to see this one. It's probably easy for some people. It's taking me a bit more time. Because this is Sume, it has to be a check. And it's a clue for us. The goals. Sometimes when I look at the board a little bit too long, I see my opponent's pieces belonging to me. It's just a matter of being a noob. Let's have a look. It's hinging on this diagonal, I think, somehow. Some whatever means. Whoa, no. I didn't want to make that move. I was trying to do the theoretical, you know, if I were to drag that piece there. That's the thing, I don't quite understand the interface here really. I think it's a right click. I can do the arrows easy enough, that's straightforward enough. How do I do the theoretical as if I've dragged the piece there? Click and then click, I think, is it? Yeah, so click and then click. So that's the diagonal I want to look at. Obviously that's not the move, we know that straight away. Because we've been told after I'd misclicked it there. It's tricky. I mean, what have we got? This is forced, isn't it? Absolutely. But does it do us any good? Is a question. And after that, doesn't really help us, I don't think. And this doesn't seem to help. That doesn't seem to help either. Is it something cute? No. Something over here. I can't seem to get that to work very well. No, that doesn't seem to work, does it, very well? Because you're not going to get a check on the next move after this, then that. It's got me this one. Yeah, I'm struggling a bit there with that one. Uh, 8-8 B. Bishop 8-8, is it? So what have we got? 8-8, 8-8. Yeah, I was thinking that. It's very forced, isn't it? You know, let's see why that doesn't work. If it doesn't work, and obviously that's absolutely forced, isn't it? And you've got takes there. But what do we do though? Because it's Sume, you have to check on the next turn, so we're not going to be taking that piece back with there. We can't do that because this king hasn't been checked then on that stage. So if it is a decoy, it's a good point. So you've got that. So what do we gain when we move that gold out of the way? Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah, no, that's a good decoy. Because of course when the gold then takes that other gold, we can use the rook and it hits that weak spot there. Because this guy will be all the way over there then. And you see that quite commonly in chess actually. It's like a shoulder, the shoulder head of the queen, and this is the only escape square which is blocked by their own piece. Well done, good, well spotted, my Korean friend, I believe. Yeah. You spotted it. So you've got to explore these, haven't you? Make sure you're not thinking wrongly with the problem. So let's go. Let's drop him in there. We've got that connection, and then of course we're taking there, aren't we? Let's checkmate. Yay! Teamwork. So yeah, you can overlook those sort of positions quite easily. Ooh, here we go. So no escape squares here straight away. It's nice. No escape squares. Escape square there. Escape square there. So we could remove the one of this move would give us now that move there is a forces the king here. How has that helped us? Promote gold? No. Oh, I think I know this one. I think instead of dropping the gold, you promote the knight to the gold. But then the square with which the knight has moved from becomes an escape square. So let's have a little read. So if we go there and promote, we have two escape squares though. Yeah? Here and here. Seems like too many escape squares. Unless, no, see this one's this escape square doesn't help, does it? Because you need the gold there. So I don't think that's it. I don't know. I mean, we can force one escape square with the gold there, can't we? Good answer. Well done on the answer. Right then. So thought process. Oh. Now see this is an escape square, isn't it? If I don't place that piece in the right place. So gold maybe 2, 3, 2 leaves us with Just a single escape square. Then what? So I think there, and then gold. Promote, yeah. Forced. Is it forcing anything? No, because you still get the two. You still get this escape squares. It's just bothering me. Unless I can read out. I haven't got anything. Right, I've got a gold drop then, haven't I? So yeah, is it a gold? Yeah. So I can go. So if king there, I can gold drop there, can't I? So if king there, then gold drop there. Oh, gold drop there. Yeah. And that would be mate, yeah? I believe. Yeah, because we'd have the gold there. And then all those squares are protected, the silver and the gold are linked, and the king can't go anywhere. So, that's good. However, if here, then there, it's slightly more problematic, isn't it? Or is it the same thing? Oh no, it is. So, yeah, it's the same position for the gold, isn't it? Yay, so that works. So let's go. I think we're confident in our reading. We've read it out. We're hoping this is all good. Of course, if he captures, then we just drop the gold. This is the straightforward solution. So here we go. Oh yeah, then it's gone for the straightforward. It's just easy now. Yay! Okay, we've done some good problems. Let's see if I've got any more games where people have made their moves. Yeah, let's have a look at our puzzle dashboard actually. One to replay. Oh yeah, well, this was the one we got wrong, so it's good to replay. It's good to train and practice and get the mind into the working the way it should work and remembering these sort of drops. There's a nice drop, so lovely. We've practiced that. Let's see if we've got any moves to make. Got three moves to make in our games. There's my novice shogi player streaming. Let's have a look here. Let's see if we get destroyed by everyone. Because I don't even know what my strength is. I think I'm like 800. So what does this mean? Moving this bishop back. Moving a central pawn to open up lines along there, is it? Let's have a little deep thought about what that means. Because he wants to pick on that spot there. Or they want to pick on that spot. Do we live in fear, or do we keep climbing the silver up? And this is where I normally get destroyed with some kind of like promotion attack and just get stripped out. Do I move my... I don't know. I mean, defensively, I think this is a good move. I've seen that being played. Can't be bad. Because when this lot happens, it's not so much of a big deal maybe. I don't know, help me out, help me how to think, help my thought process, people. I don't know, this just feels good. I don't know why. So these are my candidate moves. I mean that's a candidate move. I don't know why it's a candidate move. I just literally don't know anything about shogi. It's just like I'm just blind. I mean, maybe keep climbing the silver. It's more aggressive. Don't don't know what my ideas are at this stage. I think my king's okay where he's at. This is kind of developing. This is my biggest concern. So if we do the whole strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, I think I'm pretty strong. Right? This is my weakness. So this is my opportunity, maybe this region here. And again, this is like the threat, isn't it? So weakness is threats. I think like this is a really good move, and it just feels so good. So I'm gonna play it on that basis. So SWOT analysis is quite useful, just generally any strategic sort of play. I specifically taken from Go. I use it quite a bit in Go. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. And it also is sort of balanced in with whether or not you're taking Sente or Gote, if you're familiar with those terms. Sente is to have the initiative, Gote is to be respondent. And in Shogi, it's usually representative of the player that plays first and second. Though Gote can essentially take Sente, if you know what I mean, because Gote can take the initiative at some point during the game. But I'm not sure if I'm using the Japanese nomenclature that is used for Higo correctly with Shogi, but I'm sure people will advise me in the chat otherwise. Let's have a look here. What's happened here? The gold has moved to there. What does that mean? I don't know. This point is protected for some form of threat, which is kind of what we were up to. I think I'll just move that there. I don't know why. It's bad. Bad not to have a reason for moving that. I mean, you normally move that. I normally move that when my opponent moves that there in order to stop them from getting this far. And that's obviously a strong spot for my opponent there. So, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats maybe. Perhaps we'll try and keep that as a common theme in what we're doing in my games. Does this do me any good? And then drop. And then maybe just something cheeky like that. Into there. Then obviously that. Then this. And that. Then that. Maybe. This sort of thing. What do I gain? That's no idea. Maybe just like this. It's quite nice. You know. Maybe this to sort of drive up there. Drive up there and attack that somehow. I don't know how. Like the silver could come behind, maybe. Or maybe this actually like is a castle, isn't it, of some form? So by principle, that move cannot be bad. Like from opening up the diagonals. If in doubt, find something that makes a bit of sense. So I think this makes sense, like, because I open this diagonal up, the silver can get out. Yeah, it eventually will come up and try and hit this point maybe. So yeah, that's my best move there. Central pawn. Move forward. And what do we need to do? Do we need to respond to that, or do we just keep doing this? Options. How well defended is this spot? It's really defended. I just keep pushing. I'm going to keep going up here. That's my plan. It's an opportunity. There we go. Those are my moves. What shall we do now? Any votes from the audience? Yeah, I'm streaming. It's me having a go. I'm incredibly weak. Shogi, I visited Shogi Explained stream, is fantastic, really good stream, sort of quite strong, like way above my level. I learned a lot actually from that stream. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, I learned a lot from Shogi Explained stream. It's a very good stream, highly recommended. Full of proverbs, full of strategies, sort of explanations of the way to play shogi. I think one thing I certainly learned is the sabaki, and how not to get your king into trouble by making exchanges locally that actually clears up the king for further attacks, and to actually run. Oh, cool. I'm trying to apply some logic to what I don't understand. That's really complimentary. So I'm like trying to, like, before it used to all be alien to me, and like I've started to try and think about what it all means and why I'm making the moves. But it's really hard for me because I'm like, in Go, I can explain it all to you and why I'm doing the moves, but of course it's like learning all over again in Shogi, so you're kind of a bit blind, so because you don't actually know what the point of the whole thing is. I know you're trying to get some kind of attack going on. I'm trying to smack crashing to some side of the board, and I know there's sort of these things relative to sides, isn't there? So, for example, this lot here is, isn't it something to do with, like, because I've gone static rook, I'm going and attacking all this business around here. This is my attack zone or something. Similarly for my opponent, mind. But yeah, I mean, if you want to play an instructive game or anything, that'd be cool. If you want to challenge me, that'd be great. Like, do that handicap thing where you have no cannons or bishops. Just I end up getting smashed regardless if you want. Here we go. Let's go. I got that's a 2-day game. Well, maybe we can play it live though. Onegaishimasu. Onegaishimasu. So, let's try this wildness. Because I don't know if I should be playing that. I can never cope with bishop exchanges, so I'm going to play bishop exchange because I can't cope with it. I just can't cope with the surprise of the bishop coming up somewhere where I don't want it to come up. Really, really annoys me. And it's always like, always in a place where I sort of just get destroyed. It's like, yes, the bishop can go here. And I think my only defense of recent with that kind of play has been to try and put the bishop in the same diagonal so that it causes the least amount of damage. So, king moves. I'm gonna just follow the king. See if that makes sense. Go to the same side. So if I've read this correctly, this is the sort of attack zone around here, and I'm in the same place. So we're castling to the same side, aren't we? I don't know. Am I playing static rook or ranging rook? Is it a matter of just whether I start pushing the pawns that's a static rook, or I don't know. I think I should move my king again though. It just seems right. I don't know though, does it? I'm gonna be cheeky and just do this. I don't know what it means. This is what I'm fearful of, is this whole drop there. But then I did that. I was fearful of like this drop once, and I did this, and it caused me more aggro because I did that because of the fear. If you decided to move the king to the left, you should play static rook, but there are exceptions in higher level of play. So, here's the thing: we're at the higher level play. We don't know what we're doing. I think it's the latter rather than the former. But let's go with high level play. Yeah, why not? I should play static rook. Oh no, we did the right thing. Yeah. I just don't know what to do now. Right then. Plan. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Let's try that. Strengths. I have no idea. Is this strong? No, that's not strong. Well, it's okay. So, I won't push it any further though, because that exchange isn't good for me. Are we going to just climb the silver maybe? Is that a thing? I'm going to climb the silver. Just I don't know. Maybe this silver. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there. I don't know why. I'm gonna switch the auto switch off just because. This spot isn't particularly strong there, is it? So let's get ready for that crash in there from I think that's okay. And then I think we've got choices then. Maybe. Oops, confirm. It's not like we're going to run out of time though. Oh dear, it's coming closer. So, I mean, if we play here, we've got that then, haven't we? And then to return, and then there's no drops that are dangerous then. I don't think. I think this silver's better there now because if this then captures there eventually, I've got that and then to go back, for example. I don't know. And then pawn. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna go up. Do you see this more often? Oops. You see this more often though. But then of course I've got problems with coming. No, I haven't. So I could take the silver then and turn that way, couldn't I? Yeah, okay. Took me forever to think of that move. AI says no. Yeah, so yeah, I played I've been a member of I think it was 81 Dojo for quite some time, but never really. I found 81 Dojo was just extremely strong. It's like everyone was just strong, so you just end up at the bottom of the pile, and then like you can't learn. Or I didn't find I could learn very well. So move my king just to be safe. Let's go Zen mode. It's quite nice. I'm not sure if we can see the chat then. Move my king again. Oh, I've got this. Isn't this some form of castle eventually? This guy should be back there, shouldn't he? Isn't it to make like the boat shape? I don't know. It's like this boat shape, isn't it? Initially. Now, for whatever reason, whenever my opponent does that, I do this. Just witness that everywhere. So, and I think it's all to do with the contention over this square, and of course space. So, like, I think that's the logic behind it. If you stay there, and then your opponent gets to go one step further, then you have less space. Maybe right, maybe wrong. I don't know. Shout out from the audience if that's completely wrong. And same thing here then. Can't allow that encroachment on space. I didn't even do a blunder check at that stage, but I think I don't think there's. Oh, is this when eventually the bishop gets dropped and I'm wrecked somehow because I haven't checked the configuration of my pieces. I mean, I'm pretty good on IC for a drop on the back. No, yeah. So again, I'm tempted to do this just because of the same space. So I think in chess there's consideration around space and time for development as a standard, and I don't think that changes from any variant, to be honest. So space is important to have. If you're the one that's constrained and has no space and no mobility to be able to move, you're doing worse off than your opponent is. Although these things are a bit more subtle. Like I've lost a bit of space here, but I couldn't really challenge that because of the rook being behind it. Yeah, so I think this is natural. This is all natural until the bishop's dropped in some horrible place. Please don't drop the bishop. I'm going to do the same. This is like a castle. I think this is a horrendously bad move. That's my gut feel. I don't know. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to play this. Less space means less escape room for the king. That sounds cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Space usually implies that you've got a bit of control as well, I suppose. Maybe. Right then. So that knight is ominously galloped his way forward there into that spot. Is there a threat there? You know, I think that this is the threat, isn't it? Oh, you know, like let's play like. Right, this this could go horrendously wrong, right? But I'm going to try and repeat something that I've seen. This could go horrendously wrong, right? But I saw it in a really strong game, so I'm like, can't be bad. Yeah. I'm moving the king up, which is probably wrong, beyond wrong. But I've seen it somewhere, so... I think as a beginner, you're kind of just waiting to lose most of the time. And waiting to make the error. So the silvers come up there. Right, what's going on there? So that is just kind of like, is that in anybody's interest to play? Is there any danger? I mean, if this happens, sorry. What's the risk? And I mean, is my king move up actually a blunder? Do I even? No, that's not a good idea. If I move that, that's not good, because if that, then you know, there's like that phrase where the pawn is in front of the knight. Let's make some space for my knight. Now, the only trouble is, if we're clearing this back rank, the nasty drop with the knight's going to cause us massive... Not the knight, sorry. The bishop going to cause us massive damage. Oh, I don't know. This feels like I want to play. I don't know why. The trouble is, I don't like the... Could a bishop be dropped there anyhow? Is that why this gold is protecting these squares? I mean, the bishop can go there, but it's got no way out. I just don't know what to do at this stage. This is the thing. You get this far, and like, I don't know what to do. And I think I'm going to do this. It could go bad. Copy it till you make it. That sounds cool. Just really scared of this bishop drop. Do I then prophylactically drop a bishop because I'm so scared? Like, you know, this diagonal is a nice diagonal. Copy it until you make it. I'm going to move the silver out, and it's going to be the end of me, I bet. Do I need to? At least we've got this area protected, but then if bishop there, then rook there, there's no problem then, though, is there? The bishop wouldn't have an escape route. And if bishop here, is that background music too loud? Or is it okay? I'm just going to doing that. Oh, Oh, so that rook has swung across there, is he? Ready for my attack, my silver. I always try and spot if there's a nice drop, but there isn't. I think my silver's going to move up and then, oh, I don't know, just don't know. Let's do it. This is when you make a noob mistake as a noob. Well, this wasn't a live game anyhow, so maybe my opponent's gone for a break. That's cool. And there's the drop. That's a prophylactic. I think there's a bit of defense involved in that drop. Maybe, is there an attack then with that pawn advance? Doesn't seem in any, is it in either's interest to push that pawn forward though at this stage? I don't think. So this diagonal's been attacked a little bit, maybe with something like that, and then this, then no, that doesn't work, so I don't know what to do. This is the weakness though, is it? If I can get a pawn. Drop down, isn't it? But there's no escape spot. It becomes a little bit dodgy, but then yeah, that spot there. So before that even happens, maybe we move that, do we? Before any of that happens, and then we've got a bit of a maybe a threat in the future of the drop, no escape. Plus, you know, it gives us a bit of control over a spot. At least the bishop cannot be dropped anymore. So that my fear of bishops ended. Because it's happened, and either I'm just not aware of the danger of where it's been dropped, or it's all cool. It's quite fun. The thing I like about Shogi is the whole drop thing. It's quite fun. Yeah, the added dynamic is like a secret dimension to a certain degree with reading. I find that with some of the problems is that when you take the gold and you've actually got the gold to be able to drop, and then you can checkmate. It's like, ah, yeah, there's that variation on that line where you didn't actually realize where you captured the gold, so you can drop the gold, which is quite fun. I do like that bit about Shogi. It's a big differentiator in the game, the drop element and the dynamic of that makes it quite exciting. Oh, here we go. What do we do? I mean, wouldn't it be nice if we could get a pawn? What happens if we capture this pawn then? So you've got there, probably there maybe? Yeah, more likely. And then drop, and then the only trouble is then there's it, and then our seems okay to just take the pawn. Let's take the pawn. Let's fall into the trap. Well, you gotta drop the pawn again in the same spot, I think. I don't know what's been achieved by that. Or maybe, nah, there's nothing clever there, is there? Is there an intermezzo tempo move that I should be looking for? This doesn't do it. So if I were to drop, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Nope, not in any grand way does that make any sense. I mean, the most obvious move is just this, isn't it? No, not that one. That's the worst move ever. Clear marks. Right, try again. Most obvious move is the pawn drop there, yeah? Alright, sometimes I can't get these to work. There we are. That's the most obvious move. Yeah, I think we just play the most obvious move, don't we? No point charging forward there, that doesn't make any sense either. Just do it. AI may say, oh no. Huh? Okay. That wasn't what we expected. But why is that? Is that because there's going to be a... Oh, I think I'm cool, aren't I? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to get schooled, yeah. No, that, when something like that happens, it's nice to have a little moment and think, what's going on? Just in case there's anything else you can catch into mezzo again. But I think it is as simple as we just recapture. And then we've got to get out of this guy's way, haven't we, really? Or do we? Because that's the thing. That's the thing. Do we attack first somewhere else? We can't, can we? We could see this is the only guy protecting the silver is this guy from us just taking it away. So if we were to get him off his level, we would only have to move to there and he'd be a bit safer anyhow. To which we could drop a pawn, yeah? No, sorry, pawn. And then he couldn't move back and he'd have to move out of the way and we could have the silver. And yeah, like that's kind of like exchange-ish then, isn't it? I don't know. Because we took the silver and we got, I don't know. Let's try it. It kind of, and then if you just take my rook, I take your rook, and then we're even. Oh, I'm going to try it. I don't know what I'm doing. You get the idea. I think if they're then you've got pawn drop, and then captures. But then that doesn't help me, so it doesn't make any sense. Probably just blundered at this stage, but oh no. Oh no. So that is kind of what I expected, but I thought I'd blundered. We take, don't we? This was the plan. What's this thing? Impasse. I don't even understand impasse. Am I ahead then or what? Tanuki. Yes, a tanuki means to play elsewhere. I'm used to that terminology from Go, so that's great. This is a good game. Perhaps we'll come back to this on the stream and continue. Uh-oh. So that guy's dead now. But that's okay, isn't it? Got like a rook. Did we just drop the rook on the back rank? What have we got piecewise to be able to attack that king now? I think we're doing okay, aren't we? The exchanges are okay, maybe. There's no point in moving that piece. He's dead, isn't it? And like this is dead as well. Just feel like I want to put the rook there and then just come out with like a dragon. Does that help me though? I mean, should I just leave it there and then should I be attacking more? I don't know. See, of course, it's all about distance and where the king is with with Shogi, I think. Because it's so far away from any of my attack at the moment, it's like quite a far way away. I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it on a cliffhanger. What we do, and maybe we'll carry on the next stream. You can see how it all goes wrong for me, maybe. This is my consideration. This is what I'm considering. Is this rook drop? If I can, I can never get it to do the. So I think you got to left click a view and then right click, maybe. Or maybe right click and then right click. Yeah, so that's my move. I'm considering. I don't know how powerful it is. Obviously, it's a good start on the attack. The castle's pretty solid, isn't it? But then you. Yeah, no, I think like that's a really good move, and then you've got like sorry, not. Then we've got this kind of thing, and then exchange, like kind of exchange, and then a gold dropper there maybe. That's gold there. That's supposed to be my. Oh no, don't do that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Attack. Have I blundered my piece away? So, if you're not familiar with, and you haven't got an intuitive feel for the game, it's always good to do a blunder check before you play the move. So it's like, is that piece just going to disappear because you've blundered it away? And it doesn't look such. It doesn't seem to be anything that can take it. So let's go. And then we find out there's a piece that can take it, and it's been blundered away. But not from what I can see. Cool, I'm making subtle mistakes. That's great. It's great. Like I don't even know what. Yeah, like usually, I can play okay for quite some time, and then all of a sudden I'll do like a minus 5.6. You know, and it's just like, what have you done? It's like I play okay for quite some time, and then all of a sudden I make a catastrophic blunder, which at the level I'm playing at may actually mean that I don't lose the game sometimes. So I think we're good for an attack on that gold there, aren't we? Because the gold is only protected by the silver, and if we drop in, if we go like that, and then silver goes like that, we got the gold then to drop there, haven't we? That's my plan. Because like this attack over there is nothing to me. I'm like, yeah, you're too far away from my king. I'm already attacking. This is my plan. Calculation skills are on point. I'm trying. I think the thing with like calculation is it because you're forcing yourself to calculate. Maybe because I'm on the stream, you're less likely to make a blunder. Maybe, or I don't know. I'm trying. I'm just waiting for my blender, I think. No, I'll probably have to cut this stream short now. My wife's just come back. But it's been fun anyhow. Yeah, I think I will. Because I've got duties and things and chores to do. It's been awesome. See you all. Sorry for cutting it so short.